their mayhem. At precisely the wrong time, 20-year-old Sandra Ottman drove by with her grandparents after having dinner for her grandfather's birthday. Up on the footbridge wall, a monstrous 18-pound rock was chucked, careening violently through the windshield of Sandra's BMW. It viciously smacked her in the head, coming to rest in the back seat on top of her grandfather's birthday gifts. She did not survive, dying 2 days before her own milestone 21st birthday. Sandra careened erratically into a guardrail, sliding down the roadway before skidding to a stop. Hey lovelies, War Baby here with a quick word about dinner. At our house, we love a great meal, and dinner is a time we all look forward to. With a hard-working husband to feed along with three teenagers, dinner can certainly be a stressful time for me each and every day. So we decided to give HelloFresh a shot, and let me just tell you that we have not been disappointed. With a choice between classic, veggie, or family plans, we picked the family plan, and before we knew it, dinner just got that much easier. The kids and I felt completely confident cooking HelloFresh with the simple recipes outlined on pictured, step-by-step instruction cards. Even we couldn't mess this up. All the ingredients came pre-measured in handy labeled meal kits, so we knew which ingredients went with which recipe. Plus, we didn't spend all night in the kitchen because recipes only take around 30 minutes. Each and every meal we made impressed us, from the abundant portions to the fresh ingredients and amazing flavors. We are out of that dreaded recipe rut and enjoying being adventurous again. Head to HelloFresh.com/KillerKids60 and enter promo code KillerKids60 for $20 off your first 3 boxes and get ready to cook, eat, and enjoy. That's HelloFresh.com/KillerKids60, promo code KillerKids60. It's like getting 6 meals for free. Spend less time meal planning and grocery shopping each week and get that time back to engage in more enjoyable activities like cooking with your family. Visit HelloFresh.com/KillerKids60, enter promo code KillerKids60, and know that dinner is about to get that much easier. Oh wait, really quick guys, did you know that 90% of people fall short of FDA recommended guidelines for at least one vitamin or nutrient? Take Care of's quiz and get the vitamins you need to get back on track and reach your health goals. Care of's fun online quiz asks you about your diet, health goals, and lifestyle choices and takes only 5 minutes to find out what vitamins and supplements you specifically need. My vitamins got delivered right to my door in personalized, easy-to-remember daily packs, perfect for those of us who are clinging with all our strength to a healthy lifestyle. Vegan and vegetarian supplement options are available to match your dietary needs. Your monthly subscription box can be easily modified at any time. Not only that, but Care of's delicious, nutrient-packed quick stick powders can be added to your monthly delivery for an extra, easy boost wherever you need it. And guess what? That's right, I need it. I got the extra batteries quick sticks, and they help me get that dreaded workout in every day. For 25% off your first month of personalized Care of vitamins, visit TakeCareOf.com and enter Killer Kids to be on your way to a healthier lifestyle. And you can even track your progress with the Care of app and earn rewards when you remember to take your vitamins. So head over to TakeCareOf.com and use promo code KillerKids to get started on reaching your health goals today. That's TakeCareOf.com, promo code KillerKids. After striking Sandra's BMW, the boys switched to the opposite side of the footbridge, facing opposing traffic. They threw additional rocks, causing a minor collision, but the next rock thrown proved utterly catastrophic once more. 41-year-old Karin Rothermel was fast approaching the footbridge, her 75-year-old grandmother the passenger in her Mercedes. A 10-pound rock came smashing through her windshield, hitting her square in the chest. She died instantly. Her grandmother received critical injuries. Karin Rothermel and her family had recently returned to reside in Germany after having lived in Peachtree City, Georgia for the past 2 years. Her husband Detlef had transferred for his employer, and the family had come to embrace the community wholeheartedly. His assignment in the States had ended the previous fall, and then the family returned home. The Darmstadt military community had a close-knit population of about 7,000 back in the year 2000. Only American money was accepted there, a Burger King and Taco Bell in close proximity to a movie theater and that bowling alley. Before and after school programs, clubs, all variety of planned excursions, sports, activities were available as a means of keeping the kids engaged and supported. The night after the murders, German police traversed the neighborhoods requesting information in German. That doesn't sound intimidating at all, does it? The day after that, they hit up the Lincoln Village apartment complex, home to many American military families, following and questioning the local children as to the culprits' identities. Local newspapers called them Germany's most cowardly murderers. The teenage perpetrators were singled out soon after and confessed their involvement overnight. Cancer survivor Elfriede Becker's car was struck that night as well, as she and her husband traveled home from a birthday party. Elfriede attended court to see the killers for herself. She found herself shocked and disturbed by their youthful appearances. The steering column of their car had been crushed. Investigators told the Beckers that they had likely escaped death by hundredths of a second. 18-year-old Jesse McGriff, 17-year-old Dio Bissessar, and 15-year-old James Wise were sentenced on December 22, 2000, receiving 8.5, 8, and 7-year sentences. Tried as juveniles by 5 judges in Darmstadt State Court, all proceedings were closed to the public. After serving half of their sentences, each returned to the U.S. to join their families. When releasing this information to the public, German officials stressed that the men no longer posed a threat to the community since they had left the country. None of the boys denied involvement, but defense attorneys said that it had all been a badly thought-out game. The boys had only been trying to see who was best at striking a moving car. He called them youths who felt genuine regret, who were visibly suffering from the consequences. Prosecutors pointed out that the boys had started out by tossing small stones, but progressed ultimately up to rocks weighing 18 pounds. They eventually tossed that snow shovel over as well. The additional teen that was with them that night was questioned, then released. Authorities determined that he wasn't involved. Following Sandra Ottman's funeral service, a procession of over 50 cars snaked from the cemetery to the spot near the overpass where Sandra and Karin died to lay flowers in their memory. Unexpectedly, on June 30th, 2003, 4 very young American children were taken into custody for throwing rocks from the very same footbridge. Astonishingly, these 4 kids were aged just 5 through 9 years old. They lived in the same military housing complex, Lincoln Village, as the teens from 3 years earlier. An observant 41-year-old American soldier called police to report children tossing stones the size of eggs around 7:20 p.m. When German police responded, they encountered the youngsters in the process of gathering more rocks to throw. Upon investigation underneath the footbridge, police identified the rocks thrown by these kiddos. They lay just a stone's throw from the wooden crosses erected where the 2 innocent lives had been previously lost at the hands of less fortunate kids. That innocent-looking footbridge that linked Lincoln Village with the American school, a forest, and some fields had been closed for over 2 years following the deaths of Karin and Sandra. It had been reopened for barely a year. Now, it seems damn near impossible to predict the consequences of one's actions. However, adults are generally pretty good at it, using their powers of experience and deduction to connect invisible dots. But kids don't usually have that experience, and they don't often realize that those dots exist. The predictable recklessness of children can have life-altering consequences for everyone involved, like in the story of Sharon Budd and her family. Had certain Pennsylvania teens acted with a bit more foresight, perhaps Randy Budd would still be alive today. But maybe not. You can be the judge of that. Combining a last-minute work trip with some family fun, Sharon Budd, her husband Randy, and their 19-year-old daughter Kaylee headed from their home in Uniontown, Ohio, toward New Jersey. The bright lights of New York City and a stop on Broadway to see Mamma Mia would be the highlight, and they traveled excitedly through Pennsylvania, jamming out to some tunes. As Sharon hung up a phone call from their son Luke, a soldier preparing to deploy to Afghanistan, Randy recalled a grenade-like explosion inside their car. Kaylee screamed, "Dad, what did I do?" as she pulled over to the side of I-80. It was past midnight and the darkness just added to the chaos at the Gray Hill overpass. That explosion was actually a 4.5-pound rock careening wildly through their windshield, striking Sharon in the passenger seat directly in the head. The 7th grade language arts teacher from Edison Middle School, the breast cancer defeater and mother of 4, was critically injured. Kaylee skillfully maneuvered their car to the side. Through her panic and shock, she and Randy exited and rushed to Sharon's side. Randy would testify that once he could see his wife of 33 years, he was horrified. Sharon's brain was gruesomely visible. He was only able to tell that his wife was still alive because her brain pulsated and blood spurted out with each remaining beat of her heart. His frantic, heart-wrenching 911 call captures him exclaiming that half of his wife's brain is gone.
Oh my God, something came right through the windshield. Hi, I'm on the highway, Route 80. Something just came through my windshield and it hit my wife and I think it went right through her head. Oh my God. Can you please get an ambulance somewhere? Can you track this phone?
Where on Interstate 80 are you?
Oh my God. What?
Are you going east or westbound?
We're going west.
You're going westbound?
Pulled off on the left-hand side. This is bad. Came right through the windshield, sir. Hold on. Oh, hold on here. Yes, I do now.
Okay.
There's a rock that came in. She is grasping for her life.
Okay, what is your name, sir?
My name's Randy Budd.
The phone number you're...
Oh, my God. Half her brain's gone. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Is there anybody else in the car with you?
Yes, my daughter was driving. All of a sudden, there's an explosion. A rock went right through the windshield and hit her right in the head.
Rushed to Geisinger Hospital, a section of skull was removed immediately to allow room for swelling with the potential for less damage. During a reconstructive procedure soon after, Sharon's right eye was removed and her vision remains severely limited to this day. It was noticed then that the right frontal lobe and part of the left frontal lobe need also be taken out. This affects her personality and her communication skills. But she was still alive. 4 teens were picked up in relation to the Budd family tragedy. 17-year-old Keefer McGee, 17-year-old Tyler Porter, 17-year-old Dylan Lahr, and his 18-year-old brother Brett were arrested in connection with the attempted murder of Sharon Budd. The charges against the 4 included the following: 5 felony counts of aggravated assault, conspiracy to commit aggravated assault, criminal trespass, agricultural vandalism, recklessly endangering another person, and 4 misdemeanor counts of propulsion of missiles into a roadway or occupied vehicle. Keefer McGee testified against his 3 pals in August 2014 as the result of a plea deal offered by the prosecution. He waived his preliminary hearing, not admitting guilt but acknowledging that the state likely had enough evidence to convict him. He then pled guilty to a second-degree felony charge of aggravated assault. The high school senior presented testimony stating that the foursome had specifically planned to toss rocks at cars and hit mailboxes with baseball bats on that fateful night. After cooking and eating steaks that they had stolen from a local Milton's grocery store, they set out for a night of mischief, starting with driving through a local cornfield. Before fatefully heading to the Gray Hill overpass of I-80, they stopped at a pig farm to gather rocks large enough to make their desired impact. They veered off first to break a window at an abandoned house for shits and gigs. Keefer and Brett Lahr were in the car when Keefer said his younger brother Dylan and their friend Tyler Porter exited. Dylan Lahr then allegedly used 2 hands to toss the rock that shattered the Budd's windshield, altering untold amount of lives forever. He tearfully testified about the sound the rock made crashing through the glass. He then recalled seeing the vehicle pull erratically to the side of the freeway. Judge Michael Shawley ultimately sentenced Brett on June 23, 2015 to 18 months to 20 years in state prison, calling his actions pure evil. Once released, he will remain on parole until 2035. Brett Lahr was paroled in October 2016, but was arrested again in December of that year for DUI. Under the influence of prescription drugs, he had fallen asleep while driving and struck a utility pole. The use of illegal substances violated his parole. He received an additional 1 year in prison and won't be eligible for release until December 2018.